SafeSpace, refuge for growth and healing. Want to be connected to all that SafeSpace has to offer? Join our email community. Stay in the loop with inspirational insights and updates. Join our email community and connect with like-minded individuals on the path to self-discovery. Sign up now.
Find your tribe in a safe, supportive space. Join the SafeSpace private community and connect with others who get it. We're waiting for you. Join now for a limited 4-day free trial. Stay connected wherever you are with lives and video drops. Text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658 for instant updates and powerful insights. Join the text community now. Curious about what's next? Book an intuitive tarot reading with V Terrell Hill and get the clarity you need. Your future awaits. Heal from within and transform your life. Schedule a soul healing consultation and take the first step towards wholeness. Start your journey today.
Click the Linktree link inside of the description box connected to this video for all of what the SafeSpace universe has to offer.
Hey, everybody. I hope everybody's well. Welcome to SafeSpace with V. Terrell Hill. We got a lot to talk about today. Did you guys watch the address that Vice President Kamala Harris gave accepting the nomination as, at this point, the leader of the Democratic Party? We're going to be talking about it. I just watched it live. If you all watched it, we watched it together. I got 2 pages worth of notes. I want you all's opinion. Talk to me. If you are a Republican in here, I want your opinion as well. Because come on, I am left-leaning. I'm a Democrat. So, of course, you're going to have a different skew or scope than I have, possibly, maybe not. So talk to me in the comments and let me know how you feel. So today's show, we are 100% going over the address of Kamala Harris accepting the nomination to be the Democratic representative for this presidential election. It is a historical night. It's a historical movement in America. Whether you agree that she got it fair or not, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about her tone, how she started this speech and how she ended it. We're going to talk about what she wore, why she wore it, the importance of it. All of that and more we're talking about today on the show. So put your seatbelts on, like, share, subscribe, and comment. This is a safe space, no matter where you are from politically, unless you start disparaging others, and then we're going to have something to say, all right? So let's look at the comments real quick. Hey, Cohort 5, how are you? I hope you're well. Hi, Miss P. It's been a while. I hope you're well. You're from Dallas. Absolutely amazing night. I do agree. Okay. We're going to run this quick commercial. And when we get back, all things Kamala Harris. We will be right back.
I came in this business saying I was going to expose. It's God's side and the other side. All of these deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
SafeSpace, refuge for growth and healing. Want to be connected to all that SafeSpace has to offer? Join our email community. Stay in the loop with inspirational insights and updates. Join our email community and connect with like-minded individuals on the path to self-discovery. Sign up now.
Find your tribe in a safe, supportive space. Join the SafeSpace private community and connect with others who get it. We're waiting for you. Join now for a limited 4-day free trial. Stay connected wherever you are with lives and video drops. Text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658 for instant updates and powerful insights. Join the text community now. Curious about what's next? Book an intuitive tarot reading with V Terrell Hill and get the clarity you need. Your future awaits. Heal from within and transform your life. Schedule a soul healing consultation and take the first step towards wholeness. Start your journey today.
Click the Linktree link inside of the description box connected to this video for all of what the SafeSpace universe has to offer.
All right, thanks again for watching the show. Let's get into it. What a historical moment. Whether you are black or white, Republican or Democrat rather, I think there should be some connection to the idea that the glass ceiling, if not shattered, is shattering. Now, Hillary Clinton was the first female Democratic nominee for president some years ago, but we have shattered another piece of the glass because not only do we have a female, we have a Black woman with Indian and Jamaican descent. This is huge for America. Now, I'm not all with the DEI talk and yada, 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 because the reality is this. It's still huge for America. There was a time there was no space for it. There was no time it would not have happened, but it happened. And when these things happen, it connects me to the reality that life is changing. But let me say this, and I'm not going to be too soul Hillary today, but let me say this. When things like this happen on a global stage, you should expect change in every aspect of your life. This represents the change that needs to come into your life. What antiquated systems are in your life that are old and need to be done away with for the new? Because how Kamala Harris has been running this campaign has been less than traditional, even down to her not speaking with the press, going directly to the viewer, going on TikTok, her and Tim Walz doing a 10-minute kind of interview special where they share intimate stories with each other. These are the kind of things that used to be shared on nighttime specials on NBC or CNN. Now she's bypassing all of that and using social media. Even the roll call during the DNC was different. They had Little John out there performing. They had hip hop songs playing that in each song represented a piece of the state. Things are changing, people. And if I was you, I would want to be a part of the change. That doesn't mean vote for Kamala Harris. That means wake the hell up. We're in some good times now. But anyway, I didn't come to talk about that, but that's my healing soul healer thoughts, at least. Historical moment. She wore, I thought it was black, but now that I see the pictures, it looks like she wore all blue. And I'm going to be talking why I think that was important for this, okay? Now, I noticed that the crowd went, wow. The crowd went nuts when she came out, and she was like, all right, it's time to get to business. Now, I'm wondering why she did that. Was it that as a woman, she could not sit and take it all in? I'm wondering, did they tell her in the back, all right, there's only but so much time that you should allow the crowd to chant before you must take command of the crowd? Other than that, maybe her personality. Does anybody know why? Anybody feel like they know why she did not allow a lot of chanting before she would shut it down? I thought that was interesting. I also wondered if she was not running for president, would she have shown more emotion when she stepped out of there? Because she was very poised. She came out there very presidential. I'm wondering, did she have to do that simply because she was a woman? Whereas Tim Walz is very like, hey, she came out. All right, bring it down. Did they tell her for this address, you must be more masculine? Like, did y'all think about those things while you were watching? All right, let's keep on going. Now, I thought it was interesting that I have not seen the Democrats more patriotic in their presentation than I have this round. It's almost like with Kamala Harris coming on, and I'm going to be reading all of you guys' comments in a second, but I got pages of notes, so bear with me here. It's almost like Kamala Harris coming on the ticket revived a jadedness, or rather revived some of the more jaded citizens of America. Because let's be real, for some of us, we ain't been right since Obama. And then when COVID happened, and how America handled COVID, and then the race war that happened, or race wars that happened, or racial challenges that happened up under Donald Trump. And I hate to use his name, but if I say the name George Floyd, you can understand the whole of what happened during the 2020 era. I think a lot of Americans got, I don't want to deal with this. They got a nasty taste in their mouth. And then Kamala Harris comes on the scene out of nowhere, and like hope got restored. And not only hope restored, her language, her message, her aesthetic, the colors she used, the graphics she used, the TikTok she used, spoke to a side of us that has not been spoken to in a while. And then the vice president she chose spoke to a side of us that hasn't been spoken to in a while as a Democrat. And I think it made the DNC way more patriotic, where the USA sounded like the RNC, almost as if it's giving a hope that maybe we could take the pulse of this country back. Maybe. I don't know. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm going to be reading them soon. Okay. Now, let me say this. I think more people. Now, I'm doing these notes as she gave the speech. I'm losing the words how to say this. So now she mentions Joe Biden in the beginning. She mentioned her husband, Doug. I'm going to talk about him at the end. Yeah, excuse me. Thank you, producer. Chronological order. As she gave the speech, I was writing notes, right? So she mentions Doug. She loves him. All right, we're going to talk about that at the end. Joe Biden. She thanks Joe Biden. I wish more people would do what Joe Biden did. Not just in politics, but you got people on jobs that are just blocking progress because they want to hold on to power as long as possible. And so we got to say kudos to Joe Biden, whether she wins or loses. And I hope pastors, I hope bishops, I hope principals, supervisors, watch this, founders of organizations and companies, get the hell out of the way and make room for the new generation. As a sidebar, the Democratic bench is tight. When you look at all of the speakers from Westmore and AOC, oh God, I forgot some names. Oh man, I forgot some names. I should have started naming names. But anyway, tight. The bench is tight. If the Democrats handle the next 4 years correctly, we won't see a Republican president for a very long time. A very long time. Let me keep going here. So kudos to Joe Biden. Now, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. I'm going to be reading your comments as soon as the producer tells me take a break, okay? I'm going to keep on going here. Let's see, where we at? Joe Biden. I wish other patriarchs would move on. And let me say this, because y'all know I'm from the church. How is it that the president of the United States can give up the reins to a woman, but denominations can't even affirm a woman bishop yet? But I'm not going on that thing. Move the heck on is what I'm trying to say. Now, then I like the way she did. She didn't go straight into policy. It was like she took the opportunity to invite us into who the hell is Kamala Harris. Because I mean, let's be honest, I didn't know. I voted for Kamala. I'm a supporter of Kamala. But it's like she came out of nowhere to me, and it was like anybody but Trump. So I like the way she took her time in the beginning and gave us the timeline of her life, making herself look human and regular. Parents came together. Both of them were immigrants coming to America to go to school. Her mother was supposed to go back home to an arranged marriage, but then they end up getting married. But then they, as she said, split up. I think she used the word split up, right? And then her and her sister and her mother went and lived in an apartment, and her mother raised her as a single mother. And how she named some of these people in the community that helped raise her. So it's like, she was like, okay, I know y'all heard my name, but let me slow it down. Let me break it down and let you know who I am, who I really am at my core. And I think that was important because a lot of people don't know anything but she locked up black men for weed, or she's a DEI, or Joe Biden only chose her because, trying to get the black vote. She stole the nomination from Joe. So I thought it was very smart for her speechwriters to start off with some background or history on who she is. All right, let's read some comments real quick. Hey, Carolyn, how you be? I hope you're well. Hey, Singletary for Life, how are you? I hope you're well. Absolutely. The love thy neighbor was the undercurrent each night. It sent the energy. Yes, absolutely. And I'm going to be talking about that later in the show, the negative versus the positive. And at the time, the RNC had been doing well. The Republican message via Donald Trump was working up until Joy came. All right, let's keep on going. I don't get lost in these comments here. Every time I heard her speak, it was to the point. Aha. Okay, Lando Johnson. Gotcha. Not a lot about it. Hey, Life Nation, how are you? Yeah, it was like the cool-headed commander-in-chief. Level, not giving too much, very steady. She didn't do a lot of laughing. Absolutely. Yes, I think a lot of tonight was to seal her presidential commander-in-chief. And listen, so we all saw that then. We're all clear on that then. Good. All right, what's next here? Yep, they were proud to be American for. Yeah, I'm going to talk about false hope and that at the end of the show, but I'm coming back to that, Life Nation. What's next here? As a woman, she has to be strong and presidential. If she shed a tear, it wouldn't be good. Yeah. Now, Hillary, if I'm correct, shedded a tear. And they asked the question, and she got a bump in ratings. But from her dress to her tone, it gave masculine. It gave, I'm not a woman, I'm a presidential candidate right now. Like she hasn't really driven that whole woman thing versus Hillary did. It's like, I'm not a woman, I'm a presidential candidate. What's up? All right, what we got here? Tonight was about showing men back her as commander-in-chief, particularly white men. Yes, absolutely, Life Nation. Absolutely. What we got? I love it. This is the winning. Yes, and Brock. I 100% believe this is the winning ticket. We got us a good one. And I think that if they do right, and see the Republican, okay, don't get lost, Vincent. It's going to take about 8 years for the Republican to catch a clue what happened with Kamala Harris. Not this one and not the next one, but whenever Kamala Harris phases out, if she becomes president and get reelected, that next one, I think is going to catch on like, we got to change. But I don't think they're going to change anytime soon. What's next? Tonight was about safety, security, law, order, decency, protection. It was showing the moderates in the right leaning that she would be for the country before party. Yes, absolutely. It was very, very middle ground. Because if y'all think about it, she didn't really lay into abortion. And they didn't call it abortion. They called it women's rights, reproductive rights. More like I'm giving you women something than taking away a life. The wording was very specific. Hell, she was more stronger on her language about Israel than she was about gay rights and abortion. All right, what's next? Vincent, I've been taking notes from everyone. They are reshifting all of our focus, realignment to get in a place to move. Absolutely, Miss P. Absolutely. And it's been a good thing. It's been a good thing. Step aside and stop blocking progress. Yes, I hope a whole lot of leaders learn that. And you don't have to leave the business. A lot of my coaching when it comes to leadership is so I can move aside. Because let me tell you this. If there is one person making all the decisions, that is a blocked organization or a company. It ain't going nowhere. I respect that Joe stepped out and let her take. Absolutely. And let me say, I 100% believe they did not want the system did not want Kamala Harris. They wanted a free and fair election kind of thing where the voters, the delegates made a decision during the convention. And Joe won 2 of them, put in the resignation. I remember I was on the phone with Carolyn, as a matter of fact, because we're political heads. And I think while we were on the phone, Joe tweets, and I endorsed Kamala Harris. And I was like, yes, that's right. All right, what's next? What the hell are you doing up? The same reason why you up, Carolyn? Also kind of erasing some blurred lines to welcome those from across the aisle to join in moving us forward and away from hate, division, and tyranny. Absolutely. And it was the proper kind of specific opaqueness, if it's oxymoronic, but specific opaqueness needed to bring those undecided independents and more moderates in. Yeah. There were many Republicans that took the stage to share why they're joined. And let me tell you this, that didn't happen. It's not that Trump brought in Democrats. Trump couldn't even bring in Republicans. All right, but I'm not. This is not an anti-Trump thing. I'm not going to go there. What's next here? This showed church men that she could lead as well. Warped theology was turned on his head. Absolutely, because y'all already know my second thought. My second thought is, when is the church going to catch up to this? Oh, really? Okay. Bet, Life Nation. Bet. Say less. Her speech was legit. I like how she showed her strength at the end. Yeah, and I'm going to talk about that. When she got into foreign affairs, she turned it up a notch. Domestic, it was, I am the steady hand you need. Foreign, try me. They also said she wrote a lot. Oh, really? Okay. All right. And speaking of, hey, man, how you doing, Avery? Yeah, origin story matters. Absolutely. Because your origin story talks about who you are at your core. It absolutely matters. I like that. And I'm going to talk about that too, because she named her village and she did not shy away from her mother's effect on her life. So this whole idea that she's cosplaying as a Black woman, we all know her mother's Indian. She didn't downplay the relationship she had with her mother. She highlighted it, as a matter of fact. Yeah, she absolutely highlighted it. Now, as for Joe Biden, about an hour before the night's kickoff, Commu appeared live from the floor and gave the inside scoop on how Biden was forced out. I missed that, Miss P. I absolutely missed that. Love was in the air for neighbor and self. Absolutely. I love. Meanwhile, Trump over at Live Social asking where is Hunter. He is so unserious. You know, I think what's so beautiful about it, isn't it amazing how Hunter Biden, what about Hunter, up until Kamala takes office? Kamala took over. And what I love about it was they can't find anything on her. DEI didn't stick. She slept her way to the top, didn't stick. It's like they don't have, Republicans are a certain kind of Republican. Let me say that, not all Republicans. A certain kind of MAGA Republican have used negativity to be the policy when it comes to these races, these political races. But the clapback has been joy. The clapback has been, y'all so unserious, you're weird. And let me tell y'all this, you ever want to beat a bully? Don't take that bully serious. If I don't care where you at, you could be in high school. If you ever want to beat a bully, don't take the bully serious. And when Tim Walz called them weird and Kamala allowed her comms team to do the kind of social media mocking that they have done, it's as if we're like, nah, I mean, I hear you, but not really. I mean, you're cute. It worked for everybody else, but we're not even playing that game. It ain't even about going high and going low. It's like paying them dust. And even the speeches that were like making fun of Trump, it wasn't that serious, you know, like the crowd sizes. It was like kind of like you're yesterday, like we don't care about you anymore. That is how you disarm a bully. All right, let's keep on going. I'm getting stuck here. They need to say reproductive rights because it's more than a boy. Absolutely. And I can appreciate that's how she termed it in this speech. Commu, I don't know who that COMU person is, said that Biden's people weren't forthcoming about the decline of his numbers as well as the donations in key areas, so much so he wouldn't have been able to recover to win re-election. By the time the news got to Pelosi and Chuck, the whip and mother of dragons, they confronted him with the truth. Aha. Kamala was a deer in headlights. She was in the right place at the right time. Yeah. Now let's talk about the serendipity of it all. Kamala Harris was literally in the right place at the right time. Let me tell you this. Some of us might be in a place right now that seems insignificant, because let's be honest, the vice president role is an insignificant job. You are not supposed to be really heard or seen. All your attention is supposed to be pointing towards the president. And what was she doing? Minding her business when serendipity shows up. And so I want to encourage you that are watching and listening, keep on doing what you know to do, regardless of what they say about you. Because nobody had it for Kamala. Nobody. The press didn't have it for her. The system didn't have it for her. But something bigger, clearly, than all of us chose her. And my God, she was ready. It's almost like, how the hell did we let her slip out of our fingers when she was running for presidency in 2020? This is really the same lady that's been running the whole time. It's the same senator that's been in office the whole time. But sometimes you got to let people talk and mind your business. All right. Any more comments? Whew. Oh God. Okay. Also, a big fact note from the night. D.L. Hughley took the stage to apologize publicly for his part of spreading slander about her record. He was an agent of chaos, but was humble enough to own it. Yeah, I saw that D.L. Hughley did 100% turn and supported her. And I hope that men, now let me tell you, these white men, let me say this. These white men have been showing up and showing out for Kamala. All right? I need more black men beyond those that have already supported the movement to step up and do what D.L. Hughley did. All right? We don't have to sleep our way to the top. We're too bright for that. Absolutely. Absolutely. And let me say this. Let's say she did. At this point, she's good enough to win the votes of America if she wins. If Kamala Harris wins the presidency, she didn't sleep her way to the top to win that. She didn't sleep her way to the top to convince the delegates who had already given their votes to Joe Biden to happily give all of their votes to Kamala Harris. After a while, you got to pull your panties up and do something. So it's a moot point to me anyway. Obama set up Kamala with a Biden. I don't know what that means, Life Nation. It's probably me, not you. Can you explain that more? Putting my spiritual hat on it, could be God ordained. Could be God ordained. You never know when your season will come. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Work like it's day. While I'm happy he apologized, he still got too much. Right, Jonathan? Sometimes the work we do in the background, in the trenches, is preparation for a bigger assignment on a bigger stage. I love that she's a servant led in humility. Absolutely. Because she was able to say, as vice president, I talked to President Zelensky and I got a coalition together. As vice president, that's not sleeping your way to the top. That's not talking about how her and Joe Biden put together and I put this in here, a border package that was endorsed by the Border Patrol, but then Trump allegedly sabotaged it because he didn't want to lose points. Whew, all right. Hey, Leonard, how are you, man? How are you? I hope you're well. I'm disappointed that there aren't more black celebrities and influencers using their influence. Yeah. But let me tell you the beauty of that. That's almost becoming old school too, Cohort 5, because what Kamala did, well, rather the DNC did this year, they used content creators. They moved the media back up in the nosebleeds and made a space specifically for content creators to come to the DNC. So you got all of these influential people who are not millionaires, some of them are, who have not been tagged by the Hierophant, who has not gone through the ranks and approved by everybody, and giving them voice. And that's smart. because they're going to come back and talk about it in front of their millions of followers. A lot of those followers, might I add, are first-time voters. She did a wonderful, that team, and I don't know who's responsible for it. We have to say she because she's at the helm of it. But whoever her comms people are, I said this and I go on record to say this. They're going to teach classes about how Kamala Harris's team ran this election, win, lose, or draw. I guarantee you how presidential races have been run is going to change forever based on how this lady's team has ran this election. Absolutely. All right. I'm glad DL was loud about being wrong because he was loud with the misinformation. A lot of people were. He's still not. Obama mentored her, and therefore she was ready. Yeah, she actually, and the thing about, you talk about sleep your way to the top. This lady was at the field office of Obama early on. These people didn't fall out the coconut tree. Biden was VP under Obama, which catapulted Biden to POTUS, then picking Harris. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought you were saying. Absolutely. 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 That black man is the reason why there's a black woman running for president right now. Yes, content creators are going at it with me. Absolutely, as they should. We got to take the power out of the hierophant. First time voters and grassroots. Yeah. Now with Tim Walz there, I think he's gonna be great for grassroots, everyday white people that otherwise would be very gentle about their approach with Kamala. Yes, that's why I include influencer in my comment. Gotcha. And for the record, Omarosa has been very smart in going wherever the tide is. And the fact that we're talking about her says she's smart. There are some people, their job is to follow the tide and grift as much money as they can while they can. And she is one of them. And if we're honest, she's doing a damn good job at that. What's up, Cookie Harland? Hey, Johnny Mac 365, how are you? All right, guys, I need a commercial. I don't know why I'm hot, but I'm hot. Oh, I've been on vacation. That's why. I got to get back into the swing of things. I've been on vacation, y'all. We're going to run 2 commercials because I got to fill my cup up with water because my cup runneth low. And when I come back, we're going to keep on going down this chronological note-taking I did on this wonderful message from Madam Vice President, the presidential nominee for the Democratic Party for Decision 2024. Guys, win, lose, or draw, we're witnessing history. And I hope we're taking this in. And I hope we're excited. This is something we're going to be talking to our kids about, our grandkids, and more. All right. We will be right back. Oh.
So as it is with Puffy, the same thing will start happening within the Christian faith. God is giving his people divine justice. Every scandal to be uncovered. Do not be surprised what you're about to see. Don't be surprised. God is tired of the nonsense. God is saying, do not be surprised that over the next 5 to 10 years, and even starting in 2024, that there shall be a great falling away because there shall be leaders who were once great. They're going to fall to nothing.
SafeSpace, refuge for growth and healing. Want to be connected to all that SafeSpace has to offer? Join our email community. Stay in the loop with inspirational insights and updates. Join our email community and connect with like-minded individuals on the path to self-discovery. Sign up now.
Find your tribe in a safe, supportive space. Join the SafeSpace private community and connect with others who get it. We're waiting for you. Join now for a limited 4-day free trial. Stay connected wherever you are with lives and video drops. Text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658 for instant updates and powerful insights. Join the text community now. Curious about what's next? Book an intuitive tarot reading with V. Terrell Hill and get the clarity you need. Your future awaits. Heal from within and transform your life. Schedule a soul healing consultation and take the first step towards wholeness. Start your journey today.
Click the Linktree link inside of the description box connected to this video for all of what the SafeSpace universe has to offer.
All right, came back just in time. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is V. Terrell Hill, and welcome to SafeSpace with V. Terrell Hill. This is a community of people that just love to yap and talk about hot topics from a conscious cultural perspective. I'm a healing soul healer. That means that I am healed and I am healing, and I can help you be healed, and I will still cuss you out. I'm a healing soul healer, that is. Hey, and if you want a consultation, if you want to listen to somebody, if you want somebody to hear you and give you proper advice on how to move your life forward, click the Linktree link in the video description box of this video. I also do tarot card intuitive readings. If you need some direction from spirit on how to move forward as well, click the link in the video description box of this video. If you want to know when I come live, text V. Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658. Again, V. Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658, and I'll let you know when I'm live and when I'm dropping content, as I have Monday through Wednesday. Monday through today, actually. All right. Hey, I would love for 10 of you all to support with $10. That keeps this platform going live. We do some of everything. As a matter of fact, I got to up my subscription for text messages because I've been coming on more often. I'm already negative 49 text messages, and I don't care. Why? Because I'm putting out great content and enjoying the community I'm creating with you all. And so it costs us a little change to do that. And I have a wonderful producer that has to be paid as well. So by supporting graphic artists and all the things, you see the beautiful graphics and things we do, it ain't free. So supporting us would be great. If I can get 10 of you to send $10, that way I don't have to come out of my pocket with it. It could come from what you guys send in the Cash App. All right. All right. I have a private community. It's one. Listen, I did a pop-up live today. I ended up being going for 2 hours. We had such an intimate conversation with the private community on today. I don't regret the 2 hours I spent just sharing my heart with my private community. If you want to join, you can go to vterrellhill.com/SafeSpace for a 4-day limited free trial, or you can click the Linktree link in the video description box of this video. All right. I promise you now, it's a 4-day limited free trial. So you won't get everything until after the 4 days is up. All right. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Am I missing anything else? Do me a favor and like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you guys in the comments. I'm going to be reading your comments after this next segment. This past segment was about her presentation, her presidential presentation, her color, Joe Biden getting out the way and whatnot. So let's keep that in mind. All right. Now, the second segment starts now. Let's keep that in mind. All right. Woo. I'm hot. I got to get whipped back in shape, y'all. Them 3 days off did me some good. Where am I at? Okay, it appears that we got 2 normal people on this ticket. And all right, let's talk about Tim Walz real quick. Matter of fact, can we talk about Tim Walz real quick? My God. I'm sitting there watching this with my father, and that boy stood up. He said, "That's my dad. That's my dad." Y'all, they are so wholesome, this family. It's almost hard to believe it's real. Like, the man owns an old car. They don't have a home. They live in the governor's mansion. They don't have any special stocks or bonds, just retirement. Like, where the hell they find these people at? Like, the whole joke was Kamala's going to have to find your everyday basic white guy. And it was like, God was like, "Oh, say less, hold my beer. Hold my communion wine. I got this." Y'all ever heard of Tim Walz before? Now, he happens to be really good at his job. But these people are so big. Like, Tim Walz is so basic. I wouldn't be surprised if he's not already getting on Kamala's nerves. Like, but not in a kind of we don't get along kind of way, but it's like, bruh, please. When that boy stood up, now, you know, I believe he's special needs, like he's autistic or not neurodivergent or something like that. And you could tell that his mom, especially at one time, was sort of like tugging on him like a little bit. But at the same time, they gave him like the freedom of expression. And let me tell you this. If Perry Hill was up there, now allegedly, I got my whole mind. I would have been worse than Gus. They would have had to get the ushers. They would have had to get the ushers to go walk me out because I would have been hyperventilating, choking off my own snot. Can I be honest? It's almost hard to believe this is real. Like, if I'm going to be vulnerable about this, it's like, did the Democrats really, really make the right decision this time? Like, are we going to have real regular people on the ticket? Hope is a social worker. The wife, I forget her name, a teacher. Him, a former teacher. Y'all hear the stories about how he became the track coach because there was a student who had amassed debt from school lunches. So he became the track coach to make money to pay off the students' debt, to become governor, and then to make school lunch and breakfast free for every student in the state. I'm going to say this, and some of y'all ain't going to like me. That sound like the Christ that y'all be hollering about. That sound like the kind of things that Christians should be aligning themselves about. And I like his stance on abortion. He's not pro-abortion or anti-abortion. He's mind your damn business. It ain't your business. If people want to go get it, fine, get it. Not my business. I might not do it. His terms is some of you might not do it, but mind your damn business. And that's what we need. All right. Gwen Waltz. Gwen is her name. But yeah, it appears to be two normal people on the ticket. Now, let's go back to our dear Kamala Harris. For those who say she cosplayed to be black, now keep this in mind. Kamala Harris is a black woman, Indian and Jamaican descent. Okay? But for those of you all who said she's cosplayed as a black woman, and I said this earlier, but this is officially on my notes, I'm going over it now. I like the way she took her time and talked about the influence that her mother had on her. Now, come on, her mother had to be a G. What do you mean, V. Terrell Hill? When I used to Uber in Atlanta, I picked up a guy who was working for Coca-Cola, and he was telling me that he can't stay in America too much longer. Why? Because his parents was making him go back to India where they had already found his wife, or rather they were looking for his wife to marry her. This was a male speaking to me. This Indian female woman broke the system, came to America for education, got it, then rebelled, and then didn't marry an Indian in America, married a whole Jamaican. Sounds like the type of mother that would raise an ambitious daughter. And then let's be real, that community, that village she named, them sound like black people. And clearly her mother had some kind of affinity to black people. She married a Jamaican. My point is, if she was trying so hard to be black, I don't think she would have lifted up her mother as she did. She called her a brown woman. That's just my point. All right? I like the way she talked about her mother saying, never do anything half-assed. Now, mind you, Maya, Kamala Harris's sister, married a whole brother. Very successful brother at that, but a whole brother. All right. Now, again, I like the way she introduced herself like this. Who is Kamala Harris? Let me introduce who I am. All right. I like the message about not going back. I want to ask you about not going back, guys. I want to ask you this question real quick. Do you all think, now keep this in mind, we have been in a Donald Trump era for the last 8 years, even though Biden has been in presidency for 4. Do you all think we can recover from this Donald Trump era? I want to know your thoughts in the comments. Will we, if Kamala Harris wins the presidency, will we be able to recover from the damage, in my opinion, that's been done? All right. Now, after she goes through her origin story, now she states her resume as a politician in California. The Homeowner Bill of Rights. She stood up for vets and protection of students in schools. She stood up for workers cheated out of their wages. She fought against cartels who threatened the security of the borders. And something else that I thought of, or I noticed, she did not mention Donald Trump's name to at least 10 minutes in the speech, as if it was to say, this ain't about him right now. Let me tell you who I am. Bump him, okay? And then, to be honest with you, she didn't even drag him. It was more matter of fact. He will do this if he gets into office. No name calling, no snide remarks. Did y'all notice that? She didn't do no uppercuts, no cheap shots. It was like all business over here. I ain't playing no games. All business. I'm not trying to get a one-liner. I'm not trying to get a zinger. This is what he will do. This is what he's capable of. This is what he's capable of. This is going to happen if you vote for this man. All right? It's like she established herself first before she went after him. She brought up his crimes. It was like she was appealing to the common sense of people, talking slowly and calmly and being really matter of fact about who she believed Donald Trump was. And I think, honestly, it was this whole speech was geared towards those that have not made up their minds yet. It was giving like, I'm not going to say that. Okay. She spoke about Donald Trump's capabilities and who he is after she talked about her good record in the state of California. I noticed she didn't jump straight to the vice presidency. She started from the beginning as a prosecutor. You know, Kamala for the people, as the Attorney General of California. She started her resume from the very beginning. Kamala for the people. She started her resume from the very beginning and worked herself up, as if to say, I ain't just started this. I've been doing this for a while. Okay. Now, I noticed she didn't have a lot of patience for the crowd chants because they started chanting, we're not going back. We're not going back. And just like in the beginning of the speech, she's like, all right, bring it down. We got things to do here. People to see, places to go. It was almost like I got things to say. Or rather, we've had a great convention. Let's sober up a bit. Let me bring sobriety to the highness. Let me bring balance to the undecided and sobriety to the decided. Let me create a what? A middle ground. Did y'all get that out of that message? All right. Now, I will say this. The first piece that I heard, now if y'all know something different, let me know. The first piece of policy or vision, now keep this in mind, the first piece of policy or vision was like 30 minutes in, and she wore the middle class out. Her message, Kamala's message, is for the middle class. It seems like she talks about her policy by way of telling her story about being a middle class, being raised in a middle class home by a single mother. Basically, almost kind of like, I'll make everyone that's raised like me life better. Now, I can appreciate the statement, she's going to create the opportunity economy. Now, I like that statement. That rung. I don't know if there's any validity to it, but it fits the opportunity economy. So more than focusing on Donald Trump, which she did say, but Donald Trump cutting taxes for the wealthy, she puts emphasis on what I will do for the everyday person. I'm going to create an economy of opportunity. And then she comes out and says straight up, I'm going to I'm going to cut taxes for the middle class. All right. Keep on commenting. I'm going to be reading your comments in a second. She stated her plan, but she did it like on a diving board of her basic lifestyle upbringing. Almost like her way of sharing policy is by humanizing herself. She played a really good job of humanization and policy by the time she got to the policy part of her speech. Okay. That's cute. That's nice. But as I was watching, I sensed a strong political machine behind her. She came through tempered and all the things, but it's not just Kamala. I believe this lady has the war chest and a skilled team behind her like no other, almost to say, I don't think Donald Trump and his team understand the skill and readiness that Kamala Harris team the team that Kamala Harris has gathered. That is my personal opinion, guys. Now, what I will say is interesting, and I'm wondering, will the right pick this up? Y'all notice she kept on bumping the microphone? Now, you know the right is going to find something. They're going to find something to clown about. And I'm wondering, did y'all notice she kept on bumping the microphone when she was talking? And I was saying to myself, in prep, did they not have a simulation exactly like that? Because to me, I didn't like that. I don't know why I didn't like that, but it was like, if I was the producer, I'd be like, why the hell is she pumping the microphone? That matters on the main stage, people. You don't bump microphones on the main stage. I'm just saying. I noticed that. So it makes me wonder, as she was preparing for her speech, did they set her up with a podium that was just like the podium on the main stage? Because I don't understand why she kept on bumping that microphone with her hand. All right. Nonetheless, she focused heavy on the middle class. All right. Now, like I said before, keep this in mind. Oh, we have a Trump supporter in here. Finally. Hi, Kenny BTV. This is SafeSpace, so it's quite okay to have a Trump supporter in here. And a black Trump supporter. That's even more interesting. Welcome to SafeSpace. Well, you're already a member of SafeSpace, Kenny BTV. Interesting. Good. Now, again, she keep in mind, she hit on women's rights. She highlighted, let me ask y'all this about the Supreme Court real quick. Okay, I'm going to say this, and then we're going to go to comments, all right? Okay. All right. They're telling me let's go to comments, so let's go to comments. My bad. Let's go to comments. Ooh, all right, cohort 5. The comment I made about Kamala being a deer in headlights speaks to Kamala had no idea about the shift that was taking place to force Biden now. I believe that. They're putting it on Kamala as if she was a part of the heist, but I don't think that she knew. I don't think she knew. She followed closely with how Obama ran his campaign. Omarosa screwed up her career royally. Trump used her and he failed her. I say Mike Pence did the same thing. Mike Pence will never, ever be able to lift his head high in America. Even, and don't get me wrong, let's not praise Mike Pence for doing the bare minimum. You followed the Constitution, friend. You certified the votes. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't get no pat in the back. Omarosa, well, she's a strategic pass around. She serves her own interests, but she's smart and knows how to play the chess and long game. If you understand those types, you keep a safe. Right. Even if you got to play ball with them, you play the little piece of quarter of the what's the name, and you get on out. Absolutely. Okay, Tim Walz, his son Gus, he almost took me. Listen, that's my dad. That's my dad. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Love Tim. Absolutely. I love his family. Yeah. Like Kamala, they say that the first decision that proves if you're going to be a great president or not is who your vice president is. And my God, she did a wonderful job. Gus was an absolute delight to watch. Absolute delight to watch. My tweet went viral defending him from the vultures. Now, y'all, Carolyn be over there swinging for the Raptors in Twitter. Carolyn plays no games. Tim also, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The part of the Teachers Club, and Life Nation is a teacher as well. Yeah. And see, that's real. Because there was political pressure. There was a lot. The reality is people did not know who Tim Walz was. But the reality is we knew, but we didn't know. Because the reason why George Floyd got the justice that he deserved is because of Tim Walz. Absolutely. I know early on people questioned Kamala's choice of VP because they wanted Shapiro, but Governor Tim Walz did. Yeah. I don't think the ticket would have came across as pure and innocent as it does without a Tim Walz. He's neurodivergent. Oh, I don't know what I was saying, but I'm sure it was wrong. Y'all don't pay me no attention. I mean the best, I promise to God. Now that you spoke about Christians who should be aligning, why then are so many Black prominent pastors and evangelicals preaching that Kamala is wrong for the church? I'm not doing this today, but I'm going to do this because this is stop name calling. Because the church is antiquated. That's all. The church didn't even really start believing in streaming into COVID. That's it. I'm not even going to get on my. I'm not going to do that today. Yeah. Now, the great part about him transitioning or shifting to the vice presidency seat is that the governor that will take over is an Indian. So she'd be the first Indian woman, Native American woman, to be the governor of Minnesota. So by Tim Walz going into that role, we'll be creating more history for women. So it's a win-win-win all the way around. Yes, the kind of things these churches should do with all of the offering they raise and no one know where the money goes. Right. Correct. Absolutely. I'm glad that Kamala told her own story tonight because the wolves were all ready to distort her heritage. Absolutely. She told her story the way she knew how. I love. She is Black. She is not American descendant of a saved enslaved. Right. She's Black. She's a Black woman with an Indian mother from Indian and Jamaican descent. What do you mean married a whole Jamaican? What? Well, she did. I didn't mean anything by it. I swear I didn't. But I mean nothing about the thing. Horrible accent. It's going to take a decade to recover from Trump's venom. Yeah. I believe that what's going to happen is they're going to, now Avery Mack says, no, it will intensify. That's when I was asking the question about, will we finally be able to recover from Trump being on the main stage? You will intensify interest. I believe that America has been up under hypnosis or the spell of Donald Trump and his darkness. And yes, I do believe that spell is being broken and people are now realizing that Trump is evil. I believe so too. Absolutely. They can repress some with executive orders, but some things are enshrined. Yeah. She was wise. Yeah. It was like paying him dust. Donald's record. Yeah, Donald's record does the drag. Nobody has to drag Donald Trump. This speech was for middle America, standard English. Yeah, very much. In other words, the opaque of America. Policy practice, yeah. Because reality is, we're clear that she's for LGBTQ rights. We're clear she's for women's rights. We're clear on all of that. It's like, so she don't have to pander to us. I'm with it. The reality is she lifts people to middle class. She would be shrinking the underclass. The reality is if she lifts people to middle class, she would be shrinking the underclass. Absolutely. I absolutely agree. I had to read it twice. I'm glad you didn't drag his orange ass. Just talked about, yeah, it was wise. It showed maturity. It showed I'm not about that. I'm presidential. Many of her speaking points addressed a lot that was said throughout the week on Fox and other conservative channels. They asked who Kamala really hinted about her lack for policy in foreign affairs. Yeah, and she went in on foreign affairs. Yes, she spoke of middle class and giving them tax cut, create affordable housing. She broke down how Trump only wants to give yet another tax cut only to the wealthy. Now, she did put her foot in the thing about this housing shortage. The bumping made her relatable. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to disagree, but I didn't think about that. Okay, all right. Okay. I don't think us regular folks cared about the mic. Okay. So, okay. All right, fair. So nobody cared about the mic bumps. All right. No problem. Good to hear, because I cared, but clearly Trump doesn't quite understand how tariffs work. If he were to add 20% increase on foreign exports, those costs would only be passed to consumers, making a day-to-day necessity like groceries a strain. Absolutely. I love an informed community. In 2021, I was the only Black Republican elected in Houston. That is so interesting, Kenny BTV. Kenny BTV, tell us why you're a Republican. And I'm not picking on you. You are the outlier in this show, unless there's some people in the bushes that are like you. So share with us, if you can, what, or if you don't mind, rather, why you are a Black Republican. Like, enlighten us if you can. But please don't be disparaging, okay? Please don't be disparaging. This is safe space. All right, we're going to run a quick commercial, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about women's rights, the Supreme Court and their effectiveness, the John Lewis Voting Act, Donald Trump killing deals. Ooh, Jesus. This is a lot. Oh, I'm only an hour in. Yeah, let's rock and roll with this, baby. All right, we'll be right back. Manipulators, abusers, those who gaslight, they are professionals at filling voids. They have a master's degree at fulfilling our internal cravings, and they sit in them.
SafeSpace, refuge for growth and healing. Want to be connected to all that SafeSpace has to offer? Join our email community. Stay in the loop with inspirational insights and updates. Join our email community and connect with like-minded individuals on the path to self-discovery. Sign up now.
Find your tribe in a safe, supportive space. Join the SafeSpace private community and connect with others who get it. We're waiting for you. Join now for a limited 4-day free trial. Stay connected wherever you are with lives and video drops. Text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658 for instant updates and powerful insights. Join the text community now. Curious about what's next? Book an intuitive tarot reading with V Terrell Hill and get the clarity you need. Your future awaits. Heal from within and transform your life. Schedule a soul healing consultation and take the first step towards wholeness. Start your journey today.
Click the Linktree link inside of the description box connected to this video for all of what the SafeSpace universe has to offer.
All right, welcome back. We got about 20, 30 more minutes talking. Oh, Lord, I spilled water all over me. That's so messy. Let me hide behind the mic. Welcome back. Welcome back. We got about 20, 30 more minutes talking about the speech that Kamala Harris gave us. I'm proud of the Democratic ticket. I'm proud to be a Democrat, and I'm almost proud to be an American tonight. We'll see about tomorrow. You got to take me one moment at a time. All right. The only time I'm consistently proud to be an American is during the Olympics. Other than that, it's according to what's going on for the day. All right. And I mean that. Welcome. I always leave out the Instagram family, but welcome Instagram to SafeSpace with Terrell Hill if you're watching. Thank you for watching. I do not look at comments over there, so you have to comment. You have to come to Facebook or YouTube, preferably YouTube, if you want to see the comments, okay? If you want me to see your comments, okay? I want to invite you guys to my private community. We had a 2-hour pop-up today. It was the most beautiful thing. Oh Lord, it's 12:41. Jesus Christ. How is it 12? Oh gosh, it's late. Okay, let me hurry up. Let me get through this. All right, so yesterday we had the most beautiful pop-up. I was very intimate and shared with those in there my heart, why I do what I do, my experience for this year, my vacation I went on. I did all of that and more. And you get a 4-day free limited trial. So come over there and say hey to me. When you sign up, DM me and say hey, all right? It's a limited trial. You won't see the whole of SafeSpace after the 4 days, all right? I want to say that this platform is a professional running, full steam platform. Good night, Carolyn. Chat later. Full steam platform that costs money to raise, to run, all right? If I can get 8 of you, because we've already hit an amount already. If I can get 8 of you to send $10, that will help us reach our goal for today. 8 of you to send $10. I got a producer in my ear I call the Holy Ghost that's always speaking to me. Graphics must be done and some of everything, all right? So if you could, 8 of you could send $10, that would be a blessing to this platform, all right? I got a tarot card reading. If you are looking for a message from Spirit, I offer tarot card readings. You can click the link in the video description box of this video. September the 1st through the 15th, I'm offering 50% off, all right? 50% off your first tarot card reading on September the 1st through the 15th, all right? So get prepared for that. I also do soul healing consultations. Nobody has ever got in front of me in the Zoom and then leave with their life completely changed. All of that information is in the video description box, the link in the video description box of this video. All right, where did I leave off at? All right, women's rights. Oh, if you want to be notified when I go live, text 833-458-365. You're like, oh, I like this guy. I want to hear more from him. All right. Text 833-458-3658. Oh, thank you guys so much for the Cash App. Now, for 7 of you could send $10, that would help us reach our goal. All right. Text Vitorel Hill to 833-458-3658. All right, let's get into the business of the business. Women's rights. She talked about women's rights. Then she talked about the Supreme Courts and how Donald Trump brags about his contribution to the overturning of Roe versus Wade by stacking the courts with people who said they wouldn't do it and they did it anyway. To the point that many politicians on the left is saying that the Supreme Court has now been disempowered. They're not valid anymore. And they're thinking about stacking the courts. I think I would prefer terms than stacking the courts. But if stacking the courts is what it takes, let's do it. I don't have nothing about that. All right. She was clear that if Congress sends reproductive rights on her desk, she's signing it into law, point blank, period. She was clear on passing the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. All right. She talked about Donald Trump killing the deal there was a bipartisan deal endorsed by the Border Patrol that Donald Trump called some of his allies and told them allegedly to kill, because he knew if that bill was passed, it would take some of his talking points away. I also heard from a couple of reporters that Donald Trump called Netanyahu, I don't know how to pronounce his name, the prime minister in Israel, and told them, do not allow Joe Biden a ceasefire, because if you do that, it's going to take my election. Now, Jesus Christ, if that's true, do you know how demonic and dark that is? This man would take the one thing that could bring America together, the Republicans and the Democrats agreeing on Border Patrol, and tank it on purpose because he would want it done under his name, or deny the peace of Palestine and Israel because he would want Joe Biden and Kamala Harris to take credit for it, because it is a hot item, line item topic. If that's true, that's crazy. I mean, that's ridiculous. She then covered her resume as the vice president as it relates to foreign affairs. And let me tell you, that's when she hyped up. That's when she was like, other than that, it was very, and my mother and this, but it was like the team told her, here is where you need to boss up. Here is where you need to hype up. Here is where you need to show like, don't mess with America. And let me tell y'all this. Don't y'all let rhetoric fool you. Y'all forgive this wet spot. Don't y'all let rhetoric fool you. All right? America is the biggest, baddest nation in the world. The military, the budget the military has, the technology. I was reading something recently that says that America plays down their capabilities. That the world will never know how crazy the American military is. Don't y'all let Donald Trump fool you like we're weaker than we've ever been before. Oh, nah. Well, if you say, well, if we're that weak, why are we always taking the diplomatic approach? We can just blow up everything? When you have power, power comes with responsibility. And the kind of power that America has, it's better for the whole to be diplomatic. And I don't think we understand that. And maybe because we've been the big brother for so long, we don't understand our ranking in the world. America is nothing to F with. So a lot of people want to make sure there is a leader in the office that keeps that ranking, that keeps that status. And I think that's why she piped up a little bit and got more animated and emotional with it. Okay? As I said, when it came to foreign affairs, her tone changed to a more aggressive space, as if to say that she can lead the country and lead international leaders. She did bring up the ceasefire and was very clear on her support for Israel. I mean, very clear on her support for Israel, like very clear. Crowd went wild. And then she said, at the same time, and I was like, okay, lady, you pushing it. At the same time, she spoke up for Palestinians as well. I want to call bullshit on that, though. I want to call bullshit. America needs to end this foolishness that they got going on with Israel. And I don't know what needs to happen with that. But I think that is a bullshit bromance between America and Israel. And I think that America needs to stand up for Palestine in a way more than what has been done. And I'm not for Kamala so much that I am okay with that. They're good people on both sides. There is no reason why Israel should be doing to Palestine what they're doing. Point blank, period, in my opinion. So that little at the same time thing, I call bullshit. I call bullshit. Just because they're your allies don't mean they get the opportunity to get away with things. You ought to be able to speak up and be clear. This ain't right. Don't do people like that. And I mean that. Nonetheless, she got doubted with foreign affairs. All right. Now let's talk about the positive approach and negative approach. I'm almost done, actually. Positive approach versus the negative approach. Y'all already said y'all don't think American pride is going to come back like it has post Donald Trump. But can we at least experience an iteration of the Obama hope-filled change days? Are we ready for that? Are we open to that as America now? I will say this. She ended exactly at 11:11. And I looked at my clock because we were going to go live after this. And I said, oh my God, it's 11:11. I think that's special. Let's talk about Doug and Kamala. I'm about to be messy. All right. Warning, I am about to be messy. I think they have. All right, good night, Lando. I'm almost done because I got to go to bed too. I think they have an understanding. And I'm done. I will say this. When Tim Waltz and Doug came up, and then the wife came up, I can forget her name, and all four of them was up there, I understood why. What's her name again? I'm sorry. Gwen. When Gwen came up there. For those of y'all that's new, that's my producer in my ear. And forget this wet spot. Anyway, I understand why she wore those dark colors. Because with the four of them up there, she looked powerful. She looked like the standard bearer. I get the attire. I get it all right? All right, that's my review of the speech. I am not answering that question, Miss P. I might answer it tomorrow when I go live, because I will be going live tomorrow sometime in the afternoon. Text VTRL Hill to 833-458-3658. All right, I'm going to read you guys' comments, and I know y'all are going to bed, and I am too, because it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Matter of fact, do we got to read comments? Mr. Producer? I know I'm not being ignored. Not not responding to me, but just putting the comment. All right. It was stated the audience that polls, the audience stated, cohort 5 says no comments, please. Right. It was stated the audience that polls show where she's at risk of losing is the older whites and those who are independent who may choose not to vote. Yeah, I agree. And I think that's why the speech was written as it was written and presented as it was presented. It was an identity politics speech. I didn't notice the mic bucks. You work in production. You know what? Thank you, cohort 5. That's what it is. I think the producer in me was screaming because heads would have rolled. I would have called into her team, the liaison for her team. Did y'all not? I would have went off. Yeah. Check out USGLC. It's a nonpartisan group that fights to keep them from lowering that foreign affairs budget. Oh, okay. I'm not a Democrat. I was in conservative circles in DC for years. That's why I will not be voting for anything Republican. I know they are now Trumplicans. Wow. I'm glad she made it clear that Palestine has a right to exist as well, not just Israel. That was the one point it got a bit quiet. Yeah, there was a bit of delayed, like, okay. Vincent, one takeaway from the top of the show was the speech that Reverend Al Sharpton gave. He spoke about Trump trying to appeal to black men by way of mugshots. I was too busy working. I was doing soul healing sessions today. So because I was doing soul healing sessions today, I couldn't even watch all of the speeches. By the time that I finished the soul healing sessions and then having the production meeting for shows upcoming and this one, Kamala was coming on stage. Okay, that is true. Trump recently has been hosting many foreign leaders at Mar-a-Lago, securing his alliance. Yeah, absolutely. I believe that. Absolutely, I believe that. Our military is no joke, honey. Kim Jong and Putin knows that we're ready. Notice Trump wanted to pull USA out of NATO to ensure his alliance with Putin. Yeah, we don't have nothing to worry about, y'all. I think that the weakness with America is infrastructure. We have an infrastructure problem. That is a weakness. And that domestically is our issue, but not foreign. British Israelism is the link between them. Yes. Yeah. Never disparaging, sir. I grew up Democrat due to family tradition. One day I researched the Republican platform and it was all right. I recommend everyone to Google both for themselves and compare. Absolutely. I absolutely recommend that. All right. We are open to hopeful pragmatism. Yeah. Yeah, Life Nation, we are. I hope so. We need it. All right, guys. You asked me a question. Did I Kenny Beef TV? You answered. Yeah, you answered it already. I saw it. I just read it. All right. God bless you all. I'll be live sometime tomorrow. It's going to be in the afternoon because both of us are busy tomorrow. So it's going to be in the afternoon. So be looking out for us. Text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658. Again, 833-458-3658. We got some great shows coming up, some great community. There's some snippets. We're going to be editing snippets. We're looking forward to building community on the public SafeSpace platform. And then once you're sure you're safe on the public platform, join me at the private platform, all right? And you get 4 days, limited free trial by doing that, and then it's $9.99 a month afterwards. There's a lot going on. There's exclusive shows going on over there. We're working on a new show. I don't know if y'all know it or not. There are shows in the public platform. There are shows, not just me getting on to talk. Shows that I am not on the private platform. And there's another one being created that's coming out next month as well. All right. There's a lot going on. We really take this serious. So when I'm asking for these donations for Cash App and stuff, like, this is a serious thing we do over here. We treat all of this stuff as if we got thousands and thousands of people, because we're serious about what we do. All right. So go over there and join us. All right. And if I could get 7 of you to send $10, that would help us meet our goal for today. Live or the replay, Cash App, $ V Terrell Hill LLC, Zelle and PayPal, info@vterrellhill.com. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you, Johnny Mac. Thank you, Life Nation. Thank you, Miss P, and all of you who joined me today. Thank you, Cohort 5, for always being a help and a blessing to the show. God bless you all. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bless. Bye.
SafeSpace, refuge for growth and healing. Want to be connected to all that SafeSpace has to offer? Join our email community. Stay in the loop with inspirational insights and updates. Join our email community and connect with like-minded individuals on the path to self-discovery. Sign up now.
Find your tribe in a safe, supportive space. Join the SafeSpace private community and connect with others who get it. We're waiting for you. Join now for a limited 4-day free trial. Stay connected wherever you are with lives and video drops. Text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658 for instant updates and powerful insights. Join the text community now. Curious about what's next? Book an intuitive tarot reading with V Terrell Hill and get the clarity you need. Your future awaits. Heal from within and transform your life. Schedule a soul healing consultation and take the first step towards wholeness. Start your journey today.
Click the Linktree link inside of the description box connected to this video for all of what the SafeSpace universe has to offer.